Good evening, sir.
Sneezy, we've made it. We're here. We're recording. Holy shit.
Yeah, we're doing a thing. It's a thing, I guess, that we're doing.
We're doing this thing. We're starting. How you doing today, man?
It'll be interesting to see. Be interesting to see if it stops people from swinging by. I hope it doesn't. I hope people still come in and have a hearty conversation, even though it's recorded.
Well, I have a feeling we will be pointing and helping guide a lot more potentially in this than potentially the Wednesday conversation, which we'll get into, I guess.
Oh, it is what it is. We'll do it. We'll try it. We'll have fun. We'll laugh. We'll cry, and we'll see if we do it again.
Even if we start out just you and I think we're gonna do a thing. We're gonna talk about a few things because there's a lot to discuss, a lot to go over today, a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about. Like my head's spinning.
Dude,
I've I've
I am
just
with you.
been trying to keep up and trying to take part in everything, and
I don't know how you're doing it.
I'm s- I'm not. I don't think anybody can be, man. Like there's literally so much going on. Like Aptos tournament. Did you win today?
I am not Emma, unfortunately.
No way.
Emma was the winner, and Emma won 1,000 USDC.
See, that's what's up. Was there like it ended up being like over 4,000 people signed up to play today?
Yeah, dude, I signed in, and it was like 700 people. And I like looked away for a minute and it was 4,000. I'm like, holy shit.
Yo, I thought it
Um,
was me. I thought I was having issues again, and it was going to be like Galaxy. But I
oh
think it was just,
no.
I think it was just there was that many people signing up. I think I waited too long and got caught in that rush.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, it sounds like they started 40 minutes late though. So I don't really know what happened. There
I
was
think
a,
that might be,
I
I think
was,
that may be part of it.
I was mad late. Like I actually had it on my phone and then I got distracted because I got IRL shit. And then next thing you know, like I'm like, oh, I saw a tweet from I think Fisher. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it's Fisher just saying that they're running a little late. I'm like, yes, I can still join. So I jumped on in and was able to participate. But I was incredibly late. And even when I was late, it was still like not that many people, but at the very end, before they started, it ended up like spiking. So did you end up getting in or no?
No, by the time I got, but well, because I didn't log in, like I didn't have it set up from before.
Oh, right, yeah. It
So
does
by
take
the
a little bit of
time,
time.
yeah, so by the time everything, I was able to process it. And like I said, I think there was a lot of people trying to get in.
Yeah.
Uh, it had already started by the time I had my account set up and was logged in. But I was able to watch the live stream and get a vibe for what the tournament actually is.
Yeah, you got to see some of the mini games. Honestly, though, I don't know if we would just want to jump right into it, but like I'm so keen to hear your perspective on ID Connect. Like basically that tool, right? Like the wallet
Dude,
abstraction tool. Like I'm super keen to hear your thoughts on it, considering we were talking about it last week, and I know you kind of you were like waiting to do it, and I'm like I'm so interested to hear how your thoughts are.
oh, dude, I love it. I love it. I've done it before for the Graphio, and like to me, that's the next, not even the next wave. It just makes it easier for projects and like DeFi protocols and all that. Just makes it easier for people to onboard.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
that
100%,
that
dude.
barrier free entry, that being able to, hey, I have Twitter, I can log in using my Twitter, and boom, you're taking part in blockchain activity is huge. Like the more projects that are able to integrate that as we go, and like we talk about the gaming and stuff like that, like there's just so many applications that make so much sense with the Identity Connect.
Yeah, yeah, and it really is pretty easy to do. Like I think it's like there's a little bit of fumbling going on, but like once you get in, like you're good to go. Like it cookies you, so like when you open it again, like it remembers that you exist and your account, so you don't have to go through another sign up process. Like today when I opened up, basically Aptos tournament, like it immediately recognized that like who I was. I didn't have to go through that again, like signing in or signing up or any of that jazz. It was mad smooth. So I'm appreciative, and I'm pumped to see more people using it because since Graphio haven't really seen that. I actually forgot that it even existed until they started it, and then I think I even asked that last week in our space, like who developed this shit, and it was from the foundation. And I mean, dang, they definitely they did it. They did a pretty good job. Like so. I'm pumped to see more people using it now that it's out there in the world and like reminding people that hey, this exists. It's dope.
Dude, the
Use
foundation's so solid. Like in terms of just the stuff that if you're trying to build and there's stuff that on a fundamental level doesn't exist on Aptos, they will like they will work and make sure that that is accessible. Like I remember probably about a year ago now, like the NFT projects were talking about how they really wanted to set up like on-chain DAOs and stuff like that. The foundation went and built it. Like I don't think there's any projects currently actively
you
like
using it.
having use cases for it, but it exists. It's just sitting there. Like
Is
they're
it is
like,
it called GovScan?
no, I have to go look for
I
it.
I seen that they use GovScan occasionally, and there was another one I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head as well, but that I think I saw a few projects that might have like tried to use it at some
Yes,
point.
I think that's the one we're talking about that one because Mavs had run a couple votes through it. I think Monkeys had run a couple votes through it.
Yeah, okay. So GovScan is I think actually what they're using for their proper foundation part of their voting. Um, I used to have this because I was super curious about it. I was looking, is it order? No, order down? I don't know. If it comes to mind, if I can find it through my freaking crap, save pin, whatever. It's the struggle.
But yeah, the takeaway is the foundation's pretty awesome in terms of helping projects build the tooling if it doesn't already exist.
Facts. Facts. Man, different vibe, different space today. Excited for us to be jumping into this new adventure of recording and all that encompasses that. Like I'm trying to be super calm and casual about it, but at the same time, like every time I look at my phone, I'm like, oh shit, we're
Yeah,
recording.
there's that little flashing little flashing light. Like, oh yeah, no, there's an elephant in the room.
Totally forgot again. But yeah, we'll probably just end up making it. That'll be just probably the way I'll always go, I guess, right? Like we'll just eventually get to the spot where it's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Well, I mean, we can kind of dive into that now, anyways, if you want to. May as well. It's a recorded space, so
Might as well. Let's do it. Let's kick it off, I
yeah,
guess. What are we doing? What's going on?
we're gonna record these on Mondays. The whole idea being maybe just bring a little bit more structure and try and have a little bit more of a panel discussion set up for Mondays, and then Wednesdays non-recorded will be community free for all, the same way we've been the last month and a half. Yeah, I don't know.
Hell yeah.
We had a pretty deep space on last Wednesday, just talking about like being here and if we're here, is it worth us recording some of it? And I think this is Atreyu's and mine's way of trying to try and derive some value from what we're all doing here, trying to grow the North American space.
Well said. Spot on. Exactly it. Excited to be here. We're gonna, as Sneezy said, we're gonna be making it hopefully more of like a panel space, coming with some topics, getting some panelists on the board every Monday, come and hang out with us and talk Aptos, and bringing you some thoughts, ideas, maybe disgruntled opinions. Who knows? Um, but yeah, I mean, the whole goal, as Sneezy mentioned, is to really to just have another way to drive hopefully more interest, adoption, and spread knowledge about Aptos, specifically in regions like North America that is maybe looking for some more love and development. So we're going to start recording as Sneezy said, and kind of take it from there. And how we how we get something from Twitter Spaces into the rest of the world, I think we're is yet to be defined. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. So I mean, it's the V1. Let's go, Sneezy.
Thank you for coming
Thanks.
along on the journey with us. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I mean, this is it's strange to even consider us doing something that's air quotes more structured because just like you said, the past like month and a half, 2 months, we've just been like it's just been kind of a free for all.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
and
kind of think we're gonna try and find a middle ground here.
yeah, and like we were kind of talking about that this afternoon is like for me it's important still to keep that vibe. Like I don't want to do AMAs. I promise that's one thing I can promise this won't become an AMA space. No, just like a place where we can talk and like same discussions we've been having, just maybe a little bit more moderated because they're recorded would be the twist. That's all. Same stuff, same vibe. We'll see. Maybe we'll hate it. Maybe people will hate it, and this will be the only recorded episode ever.
Impossible.
I doubt it.
Impossible.
Nothing's
We're
impossible, but it's implausible.
fair. Okay. I was gonna say, I mean, I'm down even if people hate it to just push right through and try to see if people turn their frown upside down and
No,
like,
it's just good. Well,
give it like a, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And, if it's just you and I talking to each other and absolutely no one vibing, then, maybe we drop down to listener mode or non-recorded back to that way of life, which is totally okay too.
I don't know. I'm down for the journey, down for the experience, and
This is
everybody
my
who
first
ends
time
up
ever
listening.
co-hosting a recorded space though.
I don't know if I've ever hosted a recorded space.
And you've been hosting spaces for a minute, my friend. So
Oh,
I
dude, I remember
I feel
like
honored.
when I first got into Chronos, like me and my buddy Adam, we were both working, well, he was working in person, I was working remote, but our schedules just lined up that we would just be in spaces throughout our entire workday. Like we'd start the space at like 8 o'clock, literally like settling into work, and we would have like 8, 9 hour spaces. It'd be often just silence. He'd be working, I'd be working, answering calls, and then we'd come back to the conversation. Or yeah, man, I don't know. Spaces have never been something serious for me. It's always been just an outlet to talk and grow and get to know people. So it's yeah, just the whole concept of doing recorded spaces is kind of it's interesting to me. And it's just yeah,
I, it's been rare for me to actually listen to recorded spaces. I don't know if is that a habit for you? Like, do you go and actually look for spaces that you missed and like you're like, oh, I gotta go listen to that. Like, it's not like
not
I don't
so
know. Like
much.
I've done it
It's more
a few
people.
times, but
It's more people. Like there's there's recorded spaces that if I miss, I will go and listen back to, but there's spaces that I go to every week.
Yeah, it's you're there for the vibe for sure.
Like if I miss a spook space, I will go and listen to a spook space back to find out what I missed. Or same with a wobble space.
Dude, spook spaces actually they are fire. I agree. There is a
Yo,
there's a
Bubba's been doing that for over a year now. Like well over a year now.
we gotta go take some notes from him. How do we get people to come and hang out with us? How do we get people to re-listen? I don't know. I don't know. This is the journey, Sneezy. We're doing it.
I think it'll happen. I think we already got people that'll be staples.
Man,
Alas,
well,
it will be what it will
alas,
be.
here we are, regardless.
Yeah, so
So back to it.
I was just gonna say, there's
That's
so much going on. What did you want to? What did we want to talk about? Like, where do we want to start?
man.
NFTs, DeFi, tokens.
I feel like
Like,
NFTs is always where we started and where we should continue starting. I don't know.
oh, it's just that's my heart and soul in this space, man. I enjoy
There's
DeFi. I enjoy a little bit of tokens here and there now, but like NFTs are the jam for me.
well, what do we got going on? I know we got Mercado Mania. It's still firing away, actually pretty successfully too. Some of the like some of the auctions that have been going on, like not nothing to say it like talk about here. It's definitely some
Yo, man,
stuff.
see, he did what, like 4,000 editions, almost 5,000
Man,
editions.
do we have a tweet that we can pin? I feel like we should just try and pin something every single time we talk about
Oh,
it. Just
yeah. Hold on one
I don't
second.
even
I'll go
know.
find that.
Because it was crazy, right? Like you said, like it was over 1,000, right?
Oh no, it was like 4,000 he did.
Oh my God. What?
Bro, hold on.
Just
Yeah,
really
no,
quick, just
he had a very successful launch, kickoff to Mercado Mania.
dang. And he's got multiple coming out, right? Or is
Yeah, I
that
think
gonna be
he's one
his
of the
main
ones
one?
doing weekly. No, I think he's
That
one
is
of the ones
awesome.
doing weekly drops.
Love that.
Uh, four, 4,460.
That is wild. 4,460.
Yeah, man.
Yeesh.
So that was, I would say that I think on the whole that you can call that one a resounding success.
You think? Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
man,
I said
I'm
a
pumped
thousand.
seeing, dude, I'm pumped seeing like Sushi is already close to 150 on her edition.
She's out there crushing
Sham,
it
I
too.
haven't checked. Oh, 100%. And Sham, last I checked, I think he was at like 300 editions sold for his his rubbers, lunar dragons.
Oh, yeah. He's crushing it, man. I love that he's like doing all these different themes and all this stuff. Like, it is great. He is
Yo,
an
Sham's
animal.
OG of OG, and I absolutely love to see him crushing it. Like, I'm glad,
It,
like, it's been a journey watching him kind of like find his brand and how his art was going to come to the Aptos chain. And for a long time, I thought his first pieces were going to be like a straight up Rub Bears derivative, but like seeing him with his own brand with the Rub Bears and it just even talking about it, man, it puts a giant smile on my face.
I
And
love
it's
to see
just
that. He seems like such an honest, like he seems like just a like I don't know how to put it, but just like a great human from the vibes I get from him all the time. I know he's Europe, right? Like, what time zone is he? Because we never get to have him hang out with us on these spaces. But
Yeah, it's like
you
middle
know,
of the night there. I think he's Belarus.
he's out there listening. Appreciate you, dude. Looking forward to hanging out in this space sometime.
No, I
Because I
think
haven't got to hang out with him that much as you did or have.
no. I gotta get him. We gotta get him into a Saturday space.
Ah, there you go. Okay,
His time zone. It's
that's
not
probably
middle of the night for him.
exactly. Yeah. Okay, let's go. I think he's doing something else, right? Like he's got another
Yeah, he's
collection
got
coming.
the Valentine's Day on. Well, wait, what day is it today? Wednesday. Yeah,
Yes.
he's got another edition going live on Valentine's Day. Oh man, so much stuff coming with with Mint Mania. Like I know Ice Blue got pushed, so they'll probably be
Yeah.
towards the end. Like you've still got Girls, Undying City, Frogs V2. Oh, Frogs V2
Let's
art.
pin.
That looks sharp. I dig that.
Ooh, I think I've seen that one, but like, what do we got going on there again? Let me just try. I just found a Jim's post, so I guess got to pin his up there to the board. Jumbotron. What else? What did you say? What else we got?
Oh God.
At
Ice Blue,
Frogs too?
Girls, RIP, Undying City, Frogs V2, Koalas.
Frogs V2.
Frogs V2 art
Are they?
looks sharp.
Dude, I swear I saw this today, or was it today? When did I see this?
Which one? They put out a new one which had like a GIF of I don't
Oh,
know,
here it
like
is. Yeah,
10
I'm
or
gonna
15.
pin it. I'll pin it to the top as well. Yeah, looking good. I'm a big fan of this. But so do you have context of this, the frogs? Is this like a new collection or I mean they joined this month, so I'm assuming they're new, but like
Their original account um, got banned.
oh shoot, no way. Okay.
Dude, it's a risky business. With the like small accounts, definitely get bullied. Definitely get
What
bullied.
what I don't even want to ask how they got banned, but like yeah, I mean the art's looking great. It's pretty
Arbitrary.
cool, honestly. Got a lot of stuff, a lot of variety you can tell. Their base model looks cool. It's pretty slick. Got the laser eyes for you, Sneezy.
I know. I saw that. Dude, the one I think one of the ones in that post is like laser eyed with a suit and a crown. I'm like, okay, tug at my heartstrings a little bit more.
Yeah, looking good. Looking really good. So yeah, those guys are looking strong coming out. Big fan of that. Did they release when that's happening though?
I think it's still in the TZ stages.
Yeah, got you. It's looking cool. Looking cool. Big fan. Ice Blue, yeah, they got pushed back a little bit.
I think that they're fine.
Yeah, I
If
think so as
anything,
well.
it's just going to give them more time to build hype.
Fill me in though. We got what is this other project that it's like the Rest in Pixel?
Yes, the RIP, Rest in Pixels.
RIP. Yes,
That
dude.
stupid
Do
tech
you,
project. That I'm the
who
art
is
on
it?
that stupid tech.
Okay.
OG
Dude, big
community
fan of the
member,
art.
small
Big,
collection. Yeah, the art is so crisp. I love that.
big fan of the art. Yeah, yeah. I really hoping to get into this one for sure as well. Any
Oh,
pixel
it's a
art? Come
small
on.
collection. It's like I think it's 115 or 118 pieces.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's gonna
Oh,
like
okay.
I think that one's like kind of a grassroots, like starting the project type mint, establishing the OG community, and then they're going to cook from there.
Nice. Okay, got it. Cool. Let's go.
But yeah, no, yeah, I like Stupid Texas plan. It's just basically be reserved with the mint funds. Basically, try and have that generating any kind of uh, passive in the meantime, and then focus on building out with the community from there. Oh, see, you just pinned it to the top, and I'm like, I love that.
Yeah, yeah. Big fan. Big fan. Dang, yeah, there's a lot to continue to be excited about. Like, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about Mid Mania, and I'm not going to lie, like, I've continued to be motivated and hyped throughout the start of this, and I'm only feeling more and more excited as we talk more about what's coming. I'm just like, shit. All right, like I think we're gonna sustain here because there's so much to be bullish about for the next coming weeks.
Oh, dude, I think they've moved away from it being tied to February, and I think this is just going to be like I could see this taking like a month and a half. Because
I hope so.
I
I wish
honestly,
they.
I think that there's still projects that are like building, like to be incorporated into it.
I really hope that they extend this out for greater than a month.
I hope so, especially with what they're adding with the rewards and stuff, like tying in like certain mints will basically enter you into draws to get Lumio whitelist access. You got everybody's earning cred points if you're launching with the Mercado Mint Mania. What was the other one? There was another. Oh, it's gonna bug me. I'll see if I can find it. But there's another tertiary, uh, like outside benefit for taking part in Mint Mania.
Uh,
Red
dude, I
Lumio. There was another one.
there's a lot going on with what they got going on. I think if they have it pinned to their Twitter account, I can't really recall at the moment, but I feel like they got a lot of things that like are happening when it comes to reasons to purchase during this time. I mean, all it can do is provide more motivation and insights, I think, honestly, like for Mercado to continue to staple itself in as like part of the ecosystem and all that. So I'm sure that there's some cost to it, but I don't know. I really hope they continue to push.
Well, it's gonna go a long way, and yeah, you nailed it. And just cementing them. Like I think they're if you're buying NFTs on the secondary, I feel like they've ingrained themselves as someplace you need to at least stop by and look at just as a marketplace. I think this will put them on that same level as a launch pad if everything goes well.
Right. Yeah, dude, exactly, exactly. I I definitely agree. Okay, so I just found what they it's minting each of these pieces will allow you to stack rewards. You will receive cred, become eligible for special access to Lumia Wave 2, and receive credit toward Mercado Mania tiered rewards. I'll just repeat these tiered rewards really quickly to remind everyone because I've definitely forgot these. And I'm not sure, Sneezy, if you got them, but I definitely forgot Goldfish Brain. But Tier 1, top 50 NFT collectors from the collections in Mint Mania, 0% marketplace fees for 2 weeks. Tier 2, anyone who participates in 80% of Mercado Mania's mints receives a free holder and Mercado Sniper tab key. That's pretty sick. Tier 3, anyone who participates in 50% of Mercado Mania mints at the end of the month receives a free Mercado holder tab key. That's what's up. So yeah, I mean, there's some solid actually rewards going on here. I mean, yeah, there is some cost associated with what they're giving away, but I mean, dude, these are their it's like kind of their software for the most part, so minimal cost, you know? It's pretty awesome though. I gotta find this tree now and see
Dude,
if I can I'll pin
they
it.
had me at cred. Like
Yo,
I
cred,
I don't
man.
know if you
Cred.
I don't know if you remember I don't know if you remember Spook's List, but like that it used to just use like Twitter engagement to kind of rank projects and uh personalities and stuff. But like people would look at that a lot and like anyways. I feel like Fred has kind of replaced that for a lot of people. Like I just want more cred. I want to get my cred score up. I want to climb that leaderboard. So like all these addition mints and stuff like that, I'm going ham.
Oh, are you? Yeah, I mean, that makes so much sense, actually. You're a freaking whale in cred land, aren't you? You're like OG. You have just cred points like crazy. I'm a big fan of cred. I think this is
I
like
have cred
a
points,
great
yes.
ecosystem, and I really hope that they continue to push it. Speaking of cred, like, do you, oh, man, like, I'm bullish on that product and protocol. I really, what they're already building is just a great like start to where they're going, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
What else we got? What else we got in NFC land, huh? Anything
Uh,
else we should be talking about? Jumping through?
Random hack.
Wobble Wobble released their NFT transfer feature, bulk transfer feature. That was pretty sick. I'm pumped that they ship that. And that's not even, I think, the thing that they're most excited about. Like there's
No, that's
that
not
leaked
even what
tweet.
they're teasing. Yeah, dude, it drives me nuts that I don't know. The only thing I know is I think it has something to do with like their OG logo was a cocoon and their newest logo is a butterfly. So like I don't know. I get it has something to do with like the next evolution of waffle. I think I don't know what that means though.
Solid speculation here, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it first. Aptos After Dark.
Oh God. Oh dear Lord.
It's forever on the internet now.
Yo, I meant to. Okay. Uh, this goes into tokens, but how has your journey been with shrimp and the games?
So I'm in. I've done all of the I've done all the Galaxy rewards, but I have not played any of the games yet. Zero. Have you?
I have not. I gotta. I think I don't. I can play level 3 straight from their site, so I'm gonna try that. But yeah,
I'm
no,
also a
I still
brokey. I don't
can't.
have a
I still
mingo.
Yo,
can't get
yo,
Galaxy to work. Yo,
What
what's
up,
up,
bud?
bud?
yo. I was just listening because I was preparing to get out of the house, but now I'm on the train, so I could chat a little bit. What are you guys talking about?
No, that's what's up, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Um, we're talking about right now. We're talking about shrimp and their Galaxy Quest.
Ah, right,
Have
right.
have you gone through that yet? Have you done any of the
I have
levels, done any
not
of the?
done, yeah, not Galaxy, but I mean, I have Mingo. I should get on that. Like these past few weeks, there's just so many things. Like I tried this Net Sepio. You guys saw that? I think you
Yo,
won one as well, Sneezy.
I saw that. Yo, I won one of the NFTs too. Did you go through and set up the VPN yet?
Yeah. It worked. I mean, just the subscription because I chatted with Anne about it. But yeah, I got like a free subscription. Uh, I think that's it for now. I have not really like downloaded or done anything with a VPN yet.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna check that out. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so
Because
I was just kind
I
of like
always love
doing all these
waking up
stuff.
and finding out you won something. Nothing beats
But yeah,
that.
I mean, I met Anne a couple of times. Anne and her partner, um, Kachindra. I mean, both of them are building the platform. Um, but yeah, I think they won another track at another hackathon, so that's how I met them. But yeah, it seems interesting. I've not seen like a VPN kind of decentralized VPN so called. So I'm curious to try it and see how it goes because I typically use Express VPN like for my like typical work or when I'm traveling. But not used this kind of decentralized VPN yet.
Well, and yeah, I haven't caught them in a space where I've been able to get up and ask questions, but I'd be very interested to know like how that works. Is it a decentralized VPN? Like, is the blockchain involved in that, or is it just a VPN being offered as a service by holding the NFT?
Yeah, I don't really know. I haven't really,
Because well, and it
you
wouldn't
know.
like, and that's what I mean. Like, because I know that their whole thing is they're big on security, so I'm very interested. Like, if they are somehow using the blockchain to provide a security aspect to a VPN, I don't know. I had to talk to them. I had to find out more. Now that I'm a holder, I should try and use that. Get into the Discord and talk to them. You know, like what you should do when you hold NFTs. Get
Yeah,
involved
yeah.
and
I
ask
mean, we.
questions and
I think the other part that they're doing with the review system. So that was the one that you got to do, right? To be eligible for the giveaway. I think that's pretty cool. I've not seen that. I think in Aptos, especially, it's kind of like giving ratings, right? Like, oh, this is a good app, this is not a good app. But then maybe that would help with some of the, scams and all that have been going on around.
you know, yeah. That's Aptos is so new. Like it'll be interesting when everything gets a little bit more stress tested. And I don't mean that as in like I'm worried and I want it to be proven like not capable. I mean I'm looking forward to it get stress to I'm looking forward to get those stress tests and to see how it performs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, no, that like that's a great point, and Sneezy, I definitely agree, right? Like I'm super excited for us to get into like the cycle where we are seeing like the upper bounds of what we consider normalized now, and that activity levels, and seeing how the chain ends up holding up in consideration, right? Like I think for many of us that some of us that have transferred over from other chains, like Aptos being so young, we haven't really seen aside from a few events that have like really pushed the limits of what's possible. Like the Graphio event, for example. Um, so I am curious on like how this does end up occurring and at such a high level where coming from eighth, I'm just so accustomed to when bull hits, like me just crying a bunch all the time and then just like kind of being okay with that. So I am curious on like what this life could be like when that isn't the case. I'm even crying
Well,
right now as
can
an ETH
I
user when it's not the bull run.
can I tell you how spoiled I've gotten? Like,
Well, no,
dude,
dude, I feel that. I
I'm
feel
like
that.
I'm honestly like I go and interact on other chains now, and I'm just like, why? Like, I went back and I was moving some stuff around on Chronos on DeFi, and like I was just like, I know it's not. I know in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. It's 20 cents. It's 2 crow, but I'm like, this is unbelievable that I'm paying 20. 20 cents to fucking make a transaction on the chain. I'm like, I'm so spoiled on Aptos. Like,
Dude, I literally just tried
Fisher.
to transfer an NFT on Ethereum to another wallet, and
Oh,
it asked me to pay $50, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is why I'm using Aptos every
dude,
single day now."
Fisher, I think I forget what he was doing, but he was in one of his live streams and he was trying to move 50 bucks in ETH. And he's like, "Oh my God, this is why I'm on Aptos." Because it was $50 in fees to transfer $60.
Dude, it is comical how much of a struggle it is, and I'm not gonna lie. Like I legitimately was just trying to transfer an NFT to another wallet. Oh, okay.
It's like, I guess
I
I'm just
think
gonna leave it where it is. It's cool where it is.
Yep, yep, facts. That's exactly the logic I took too. I'm like, oh well, it's fine. I was just gonna have it just sit in another wallet anyway, so it's not that important.
Oh, which brings back, like, you touched on it, like Wapple releasing the bulk transfer. Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, what's that gonna
Oh my
cost? Like
goodness.
0.00006 Aptos to do now? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
what's
dude, just try to.
possible? Just what's
I can't even.
possible?
I should actually go test it right now and just see like what it would cost me to transfer like three NFTs. I mean, oh my gosh, just like it's rough out there, dude. So I'm
Well, it
so
just, to me,
grateful
it's
every
like,
time I use it.
it just makes me like, it, I guess, like, a lot of us kind of came to the realization on these other chains that, like, you're not going to be able to make gaming work here. Like, it's just not going to work. It's going to be too expensive. It's going to be too clunky. Like, it just renews, like, the possibility to me of a lot of things that I kind of written off in the back of my mind for the space. If you think about stuff that, like, 2 years ago, gaming was what NFT projects were talking about doing, whether it was on ETH, Polygon, like, I mean, there's other chains that are going to be able to do it. Like, I know Avalanche is doing amazing things with Web3 gaming as well. But, like, it's these layer ones, man.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I definitely agree. And I mean, it's great to see the foundation, like the Aptos Foundation, like supporting the concept that like gaming is a cool vertical. And there's a very strong use case there for Aptos to be like a key L1 that's building with that. And just like even the MVP stuff that they're doing with like the Aptos games and the random hack and that API that they're using, even though it's not directly used just for gaming, but the use case that they're bringing to light with Fisher and Aptos tournament is the game, right? So it's cool to see. I don't know exactly how that came to life, exactly like the whole backstory, but it is really awesome to see that like this is something that they're putting a little bit of weight behind, right? Like where it's gaming, regardless of the depth of the games or anything like that. It's still a game, and there's that layer of competition and interest and just all that is awesome about gaming. So community and discussions. So I'm very excited to see this kind of stuff. And we got mud.
I was just gonna say, like, maybe,
We're
like,
teeing it up.
I know it's a recorded space, but, like, Mud, would you be able to touch on, like, what it's been like working with Aptos? Because I know you guys won the hackathon, and, like, just
Yeah,
what it's been like. Has there been a lot of support from the foundation with what you guys want to do?
yeah, for sure. I think specifically like Jerome, I think he's leading the APAC ecosystem. Luke as well has been super nice. Um, and then I think we have like a dedicated chat with a couple of the, you know, labs engineers as well. So I think in general, I think it's been really, close knit and it's been really easy to kind of reach out to them. And I think that's where we both, I guess we are both trying to provide value, right? Like the foundation and builders as well. Like what are the things that are missing from the ecosystem that either we can build or either they can kind of like either they build it or they give us some insights to how the whole flow works. Like, does it require an AIP, some sort of proposal, or could we just kind of like build an MVP ourselves before we do that? So I think the communication has been very transparent, very open, timelines as well. I think that's really important. Um, but I enjoy it. I think they've been super nice. I think that the one thing that uh, I'm excited about is they want to work with us to kind of do hackathons or kind of like mini activations in Southeast Asia, specifically Indonesia, where we are kind of most of our users are from, and we have a lot of partners from universities and governments there. So it's kind of untapped right now, but I'm really excited to to do something with the foundation in Indonesia. I think that's where it's too early, I would say, in Indo, but I think in the next 2 years it will pick up and it'll probably be bigger than even the US and some of the other more developed countries in terms of Web3 adoption, of course, Web3 devs.
Well, I think, yeah, I 100% agree that it's an untapped market, and they're just, they, I don't know enough about the regional geopolitically, but from like the outside vibe I get is that it would make a lot of sense there. Like I think that it would be adopted very easily in those kinds of areas.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to hear that they've been supported as well, Mud. Like the fact that you just have open lines of communication with the foundation dev team is just like gotta. I mean, I don't know exactly like how. It sounds like they're super transparent, but they're also there to support you if you have like maybe technical challenges or what it may be. But the fact that you have a few developers and or some team members that are yeah just available to you in some regard, even if it's not like
Yeah,
obviously there to do anything other than like support. But like, yeah, I
yeah.
don't know. Having open lines of communication's got to be some form of value for sure. No.
No, yeah, for sure. I think the one thing that I like about like Max and Kevin and a couple of the protocol engineers is that they're just super excited. Like you can feel it like when you're talking to them. I mean, we met them in Singapore and a couple of times, and I think just talking to the engineers, I think you just get really excited as well. So they're not just kind of like I mean, some engineers would be like, oh, hey, yeah, this is not like quite indifferent in the way they're explaining things. But what I love about Kevin and David and a couple of even Greg and some of the other folks that we met in Singapore, I think they're just super excited to build cool things, and like they're not kind of like oh, you should use this tech because it's good, or that the other chain is not good, and all that. It's just about, okay, let's just build the most awesome cool product. And I think that's what I like, because they're just super excited and they're so contagious. And hopefully we can meet them again. We didn't go to the Move Summit in San Francisco, but hopefully the next one, we'll get some time in.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's freaking awesome. I mean, I could only imagine, right? The having excitement with what you're doing and generally speaking, the ambience of excitement, I does think, even though it's subtle, I would imagine, yeah, it holds weight. Um, because I think that's just a vibe that everyone's looking to be with, right? Generally speaking. Uh, so yeah,
Yeah,
Sneeze, jump in.
I think, dude, people always ask like, what about Aptos is special? Like, what about like everybody always says the community here is what's special. Like, what is special about this community? And I think Mud kind of hit it on the head talking about how the core team, like what their vibe is. their vibe is excitement and wanting to build and wanting to grow. And I feel like that resonates throughout the entire community because of that. Like you see it in the NFT projects, in the DeFi protocols that are here. Like it's such a builder centric environment. And that trickles down even to the communities where the communities want to be a part of it. And like it is just from a community standpoint, like I feel like your average user on Aptos is more vested and more educated into the inner workings of the chain. And like, just we want to see the builders build, even from a holder standpoint. And that trickles back all the way up the chain. Like the builders feel the NFTs projects feel supported by their communities, and then they're doing cool shit because they're supported, which then allows the chain to do more cool shit because the projects are doing cool shit. And like, I don't know, man. It's just a very unique community to be a part of.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
like,
yeah, I love it.
it's it's very common. Like I hear that from a lot of people. Like your story, like how the team's so open and responsive, and yeah,
Love it, dude. That's what it is. It's the ultimate feedback loop, and giving people the right reward mechanisms, right? And that reward mechanism is more intrinsic than extrinsic. Like people are motivated to be motivated because we're showing excitement around the things that motivate people that they're excited about. So I just feel like it's this like I'm excited because you're excited, and like you pass that excitement to someone else, and it ends up creating this like kind of excitement loop in some sense. And it's really cool, right? Like, I think it is slightly different because there's other ways to drive that excitement, and that's not always the case that even though it seems like it would be, but maybe not so. So, and it's from the foundation as well, like the main team. So it really is like that, like how they embody what they hope to see as driving excitement, and then it kind of just like you said, Sneezy trickles down. So man, super cool, super cool. It's all super positive.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I mean, they have another event coming up, I think, in Hong Kong, if I'm not wrong, like a DeFi thing. Uh,
yeah, that's coming up in April, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, early April. I mean, hopefully we'll go there, but we'll see like how everything kind of like panned out because yeah, it's just a lot of moving parts right now with Undying City, and we're trying to manage all the partners and plan for that early March mint, and yeah, so there's still a lot to be done. So, if I don't reply or I'm a bit slow, apologies ahead of time.
Yeah, man, it's yeah, you're gonna be very busy for the next little while.
Yeah,
And
and
that's
I
just
have
it.
a
Like the launch is just the beginning, right? Like
yeah,
it's so much work to get to that point, and then it's like a half a day's reprieve, and then it's like, okay, now the real work starts.
yeah. I mean, on that note, Ice Blue has been kind of like really. I think what they're doing is really cool. So I'm wondering, like, in you guys or if anyone in the audience as well, um, besides Ice Blue, like, what are some of the other projects that are doing their marketing or partnerships well? Just because I think I want to kind of implement, whatever that's kind of like done well and kind of learn and trying to grow I mean, the Twitter is really small, so we try to like get it up there and kind of get more, more eyeballs basically. So I'm open for, maybe a community that has been doing it well where, I can take a look and learn, or maybe some suggestions from you guys.
Ice Blue has they they yeah, they caught lightning in a bottle. I don't know if I don't know if someone trying to repeat exactly what they've done is going to find themselves with the same success. Like I think they kind of yeah, they caught lightning in a bottle. Do you know? And their mint's not indicative of how successful their marketing has been, but the here and not just blowing smoke up your ass because you're down there in the listeners box. But honestly, the heroes, like their branding and their marketing has been phenomenal. Like on point. Like the mix between their NFT collection and their comic, like they're very active and like if like if I were to tell someone like how you would conduct your Twitter marketing for an NFT project, like they by all accounts, like to me they've been crushing it.
Spot on. I totally agree. Like branded, everything's branded. Got unique content, consistent content at that. There's just a lot of positivity going on when it comes to like a brand and it continuously going and you understand what they're doing and there's just it's like synchronous in many ways, which is it says a lot, right? Like that's not all that common, unfortunately. But like I give a lot of respect when it's deserved. I agree, Sneezy.
And yeah, I mean, my, the other advice is strong partnerships. And again, Heroes have been doing that very good. I've already seen you making some of the key ones that I would recommend, like with the monkeys, etc. Like, yeah, that's the thing is like all the builders who have been here for the last year are not standoffish and they're not gatekeepy. Like, they very much understand that for the ecosystem to work, we need successful projects coming in and we need those projects to be successful. So, like, the monkeys, the Mavs, the Spooks,
Ooh, it's like
Lobos.
spread
Like
the burden, you
that's
know?
just 100% like lean into these communities. Like you guys are doing something solid. Like, and I'm sure if I don't want to bring heroes up, and I'm not trying to bait you into talking, but like I think he can attest to like these OG communities really are open and do want to grow the space.
Yeah, we're trying to chat. I mean, I met a JC a few times as well, so we're trying to integrate with Cred. But I think that will probably come after, I would say, after the whitelist. So maybe early March, because we were just chatting, and I mean, they need like, you know, like some sort of like either NFT or some sort of on-chain data that they can link to giving away their credit points, which we don't have right now. So hopefully, I think yeah, JC is building a few cool things like Town Square and all that. So hopefully, we can also. That's one I think that I think I'm kind of interested to really get on with
Yo,
and
that one makes so
yeah.
much sense. Just yeah, with the game and like if you can have tie-ins to like your level in the game and like cred point like yeah, that's just off the top of my head. I can think of multiple ways that like cred integration would be very cool. And again, just furthers that onboarding experience, right? Like someone in theory could come in from Web 2, start playing your game because they think it's a cool game, using Wallet Connect, end up getting onboarded onto Aptos, and then all of a sudden they're earning cred points now too. Well, what are cred points? Oh, okay, well, I need to convert and actually create a real Aptos wallet for my Identity Connect. Boom. Like, oh man, I love Aptos. I fucking love Aptos, man. I'm bullish that you're already talking to cred though.
That is mad
Yeah,
exciting.
I mean, No, I mean like the history behind it. I think JC has been like in Singapore crypto circles for a while, so not even like from Aptos, but I've seen him from other chains. Like we've been kind of building cool stuff for a while, and happy to kind of see him kind of succeed and building all these cool social fi kind of projects. And I think it's the way to go actually. Like getting people off Facebook and Twitter and get onto these more cooler, um, not cooler, but more composable, I would say, social fi applications, right? And there's a few big ones that are coming up on other chains, but I think Town Square and Cred can kind of like get it up and running. And I think JC's is also well connected in like China and all that, where I think similar to what we have been doing in Indonesia, I think there's some sort of super big kind of like untapped market as compared to like Europe or US.
There's yeah, there's so much room for growth everywhere. Like, 'cause I personally don't even feel like North America is even tapped yet. I think, yeah.
I think there's like a couple of friends that are trying to build some things in South America, like the Brazils and all that. I don't know if we have any NFT projects yet coming from there, but I think that'll be interesting. Um, I think the foundation has been super focused on the APAC or Southeast Asia.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, on the
there's
other
definitely
side, of
been
course,
there
America
seems to
is
have been
just
a focus, especially with a lot of the in real life events on APAC, which I mean, low key, I don't have an issue with because I feel like the developer market over there, like, there's a lot more for them to draw from. So, like, strategically, it makes so much sense. Alas, it leaves us over here to do our own thing, which is fine.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I in general, yeah, the at least what we've been doing in Indonesia, I think it's still very early. Like they have millions of like students and developers over there, and even when I'm in the local communities chatting and finding out more, it's just okay. Maybe there's like five or even less move devs out of like the whole 200 million population. So there's a lot of potential there, and I think with some of our partners and some of our stuff that we'll be doing over there, I think we want them to kind of pick up Aptos. I mean, you guys see Move Spiders, right? I think that's a good start.
Yo, I
We
gotta
will
get
have
on
like a
there.
couple of more localized content. Yeah, yeah.
I, did,
You try it already? I think yeah, it
I
looks
I
good.
I
haven't
checked it
tried it
out, dude.
yet.
It looks great as far as like interface is concerned. And I'm excited to give it a shot. I haven't tried it, but like they've made it look like it's I think well done as far as like way to get people interested in easy ways to understand and start. So I'm excited to try with you, Sneeze.
Well, I think what I think would be cool is like, and maybe I will do something where I will kind of chronicle my journey because I am so, so drastically not a tech person. Like, I think it would be very interesting for someone like me who like do like my most in real life experience comes from running drill rigs. So like being able to like chronicle that journey of trying to like dabble into understanding the actual move language could be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually I haven't tried it yet, but it's kind of exciting itself. Hi guys, figured I'd say hello.
Hello,
Hey, Greg,
let's go.
it's
I
me.
haven't been on any Twitter Spaces in a while, so I figured I'd say hello. Yeah, the Move Spiders tutorial. It looks super clean. I haven't done it because I'll admit I know too much moves, so it makes it too hard. Um, but I totally understand the like. There's sort of like there's the advanced people and then the not advanced people when it comes to like programming. And the funny thing is, I think that a lot of the stuff in crypto is sort of built around the fact that like, oh yeah, you can just look at the contract and figure it out. So that's kind of silly, but hopefully at least Move is a little bit easier to read. Um, Personally, my first experience programming was I was making mods for this game called Medal of Honor Allied Assault. And I was also like, I had no tech experience. It was just I played too many video games. And I was just like 16 at the time, just randomly like looking up things and making things change randomly. It's one of those things where I think you kind of just play around with it. You learn over time, but um, hopefully, I want to see how your chronicle goes of learning an experience.
Well, I think Move Spiders is very cool because you touched on it. Like there are obviously very much more advanced people in this space, and Overmind has been there as something to kind of onboard. At least my understanding is to onboard developers from other chains and kind of work with them and get them transitioned into Move.
Yeah, you kind of need to know what they're talking about, I
Yeah,
think.
like you need that core understanding, which I don't have. Whereas I feel like Move Spiders is
It
targeted
might.
more to the me's.
It's like a I feel like Overmind's like a learning by doing, and you have to have the foundation to be able to do. Where Move Spiders is like actual proper bottoms up learning by educational components that
Yeah,
you
I'd
can
really love to
like
hear
understand.
though from you on that because like it's one of those things where like Move Spiders might still also be written where like people at least know some programming versus people who are just straight from nothing because we're developers, we're lazy. We don't like to write things from scratch every single time about explaining the basics because the people who knows the basics also don't want to read the basics.
Do you think, Greg, that it might be like you got to do like you got to start with like HTML and JS or something like that to get some fundamentally like understanding of programming and how to just like what if like that kind of thing, and then jump into like something like Move Spiders, or like
I,
just
I,
like
I
give it a
mean,
shot and see how it goes?
I want to see how Sneezy's given a shot and it goes, but like, yeah,
Yo,
Python is
I'm just
probably
gonna
easier to
dive
learn.
in. Who gives a shit? I got nothing else to
Let's
do.
go, Sneezy.
I'm giving
Let's
myself homework.
go.
I'm gonna get on I'm gonna give myself the week, but I will at least have gotten on and tried the first program, parcel, whatever they
Bro,
call it.
getting ready to jump into Move. 1 week in, Sneezy is developing. That's all. I expect one contract out in 1 week.
Yeah, we expect to see a totally new DeFi protocol from Sneezy next week.
Let's go, Sneezy.
1 million TVL.
Let's see it. The Sneezy decks.
Bam.
Yo, dude, I'm just looking for an excuse to make tissue token happen. Like, don't tempt me. If I start, dude, honestly, I would be a menace. Don't teach you. This is probably the worst thing you guys could do is teach me how to use Move. Menace to society. Tissue
I,
tokens everywhere. Airdrop to your wallets.
you can do that if you really want to. I mean, that's actually the first tutorial. I think it's either. I think it's the second tutorial on the Aptos.dev is about how to create a coin, and that's just because it's a very simple, easy thing for people to understand, and it's like 2 lines to create one, so it's really not that hard.
I mean, Greg,
These are
not
things
not to
I
toot,
should know.
not to just because you're up here, but we're talking about education and Aptos and Move, and you've been doing a great job with your Twitter threads there. I do I do appreciate and enjoy, and I hope you continue to do them because it is pretty cool to see. And it was funny to see you write a poll and then say, "How do you want me to teach you?" I thought that was pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah. Um, and I just eventually I was just like, fine. I'll just do it on Twitter. We'll come back and look at it again. I would write it for an actual blog, but what I think happens is blogs and all that, like, it becomes too formal and it's too hard for me to build up my process of thinking about what I want because I want to make it perfect versus the tweets. All right, I have to fit like 120 characters, otherwise it runs off the end and someone has to open it up. And that like keeps it pretty solid in there. I've actually been writing about one or two of these a week. I just haven't been posting them because it takes time to write the stuff up. But it's been very actually interesting even for me because like I've worked on some of this stuff myself, but people are asking me to build stuff and I'm having to figure it out. Like the fractionalized
oh,
tokens, that was fun.
yeah, I bet you've been going through some journeys yourself.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Yo, that's I don't think you get
all
enough.
zero
I don't
four.
think you get enough flowers for those posts. And like I very much appreciate the way that you do them and I appreciate your delivery because even though you are like so much smarter than me in that area, like I can digest the information from your content and not like I don't feel dumb reading it. And I think that's a very
Facts.
unique skill to like convey very like high technical information in a way that like a normal person digests it and like isn't there being like, oh, this guy's fucking this is just a bunch of technical
Yeah,
mumbo jumbo.
yeah, that's like the biggest problem in software is that people love to use really long descriptive words that confuse the hell out of people, and I'm like, all right, I'm talking to people all around the world. If I use really long descriptive words, like, can they translate it? Can they understand what the hell I'm talking about? And usually I just figure if I can't understand it when someone's saying to me, then someone who doesn't speak English can't understand it.
That's freaking awesome. I mean, the fact that I didn't have to go and copy and paste every single thing into GPT and have it say, explain this to me like I'm five or maybe like a high school student is a testament to you making it accessible for many people.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Um, yeah, the, actually, hopefully some. I was hoping at first when I made these that I was like, oh, like there's not enough data into like ChatGPT and things for move code. So at least if I feed enough of this into it, like it'll get some better results. Though at least for me, uh, Copilot has actually been pretty good. I think I've written enough code that it just knows now.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that's you are using Copilot. That's fascinating, actually. It sounds like has it been helpful in any sense? I mean, you don't gotta go. We don't have to go down the rabbit hole of AI and programming, but like, I am semi curious.
Well, I'm actually super old school, which is funny because I'm not that old. I like writing everything myself, but like I'll even write giant pieces of boilerplate stuff myself. But the Copilot actually has been very helpful for like it'll usually figure out what you want to do and then you have to fix it. But that's the only concern I have in AI is for people who don't know what they're doing, they can get a bunch of code that doesn't help them because they have to figure it out. But for people who do know what they're doing, it cuts down on a lot of the work because they can just fix it.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
Yo, dude, gets back to like the conversation we always have about AI. Like, I don't have an issue with AI. I just like I'm more bullish on it as a tool for people already in their fields. Like, I think the whole AI art thing is super cool that like anybody can be an artist now, but like that stuff is amazing in the hands of like real artists, like who can take that AI image and then use their ability to make it something actually unique and special. And I think it's very interesting that that's like the
Yeah,
premise of the AI
He's
in dev
you-
work.
he's like using it as a tool. It sounds like a little bit, right? Is that the way to understand it? Like less than like then it is the programming. It's like more of a tool, like kind of similar to the AI with AI art, or is that the way to comprehend it? Is that what you're saying, Sneezy?
Well, I think Greg's saying he writes most of his, but he's saying that like for developers, like yeah, I could go on and get code, but like the same way I could go on and like I'm not artistic, I could go out and make an AI image, but
well,
it's not going to be perfect. It's going to have six fingers. It's going to need tweaking that I can't give it still because I don't have that ability.
yeah. You guys ever like you ever put together a piece of IKEA furniture and
Oh yeah.
you need like you need a screwdriver. It comes with some really crappy screwdriver in the box, right? And you can go and screw in every single screw in the box, and it takes you 2 hours to put together this couch. But then if you go and get a drill, it'll take you like 20 minutes because it speeds you up. Now, you can still make mistakes. You end up stripping the screws because you drilled it too hard, or I don't know, for some reason you do drilling it the wrong way or whatever it is. But it does help you do it faster. And I think that's what AI really applies here, especially because technically everything that people are saying is AI is not actually it's not AI. It's rebranded machine learning, but um, it's
Oh, don't get me
been very
started.
understood. I yeah, that's but we live in this time, so it's AI as far as it goes. um, but yeah, I think that's really what's important there is like it's helpful for if you know what you're doing, it's helpful, and it can be helpful for people who don't know what they're doing. But like if you right have a drill and you don't know how the drill works, and you're like, oh well, maybe if I just stick it in the hole without the screw on it, that'll work, right? And you just like destroy the screwdriver and the furniture, but that's just how it goes. So hopefully it'll be more useful for us in the future.
Makes a ton of sense. I guess really this is kind of I guess in parallel with what we're talking about because it's Aptos assistant. I am. This was seems very fitting to the conversation. Um, where did this is like such an interesting tool that I see everyone collecting feedback in the Discord channel. We don't have to get into this if we don't want to, but I just like seem fitting for the conversation. I use it a fair bit. I don't know, Sneezy, have you used Aptos Assistant yet? Like to like learn a little bit about Move or ask questions or anything around that?
I have not, dude. Like I I
You're
can
just like, there's
only
too
I
much.
can only
There's
this
too
is how we
much.
started the space. There's too much, man. Like I yeah, I stay in my lane. I know a lot about what's going on in the NFT ecosystem, but like there's so much in this space that is so cool that I just haven't got to. Assistant being one
Dude,
of them.
Greg jumped in and we just skipped token DeFi and went straight to tech. And I am all about it. This has been great. Greg, you've made the space. Through Sneezy's like, let's go.
Yo, this is the
we
first
we
time
got
we've
Sneezy to
recorded
commit.
one of these. Like, th yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by and making it a banger.
You know,
We got he's committing to a week of coding. Like what?
I'm glad I can get that going. He doesn't have to do anything else apparently.
No, all I
But
need to do
I
is
cut
start the
into a lot of
space,
stuff,
man.
so you guys continue on with what I cut off into it with all the tech stuff, but I'm always here.
No, not at all. Not at all. This has been great. I mean, I
Dude,
think you jumped in at the right time because we were talking about Move Spiders, right? Like that's where this all started from. To bring it all the way back, Mud was talking about Move Spiders. But is that how we went down
I
this
think
rabbit
that's how
hole?
we got I think that's how we got here. No, but it also ties into what we were talking about before that, just about the Aptos team and like that trickle down effect
Sure.
and Greg
Speaking of that, this team, what the
showing up
hell?
in
Greg's
this
here.
space. Like literally, man, like that's what I'm talking about. Like talk about accessibility and stuff.
I totally forgot about that. That's crazy.
Like I don't know, dude. Aptos is where it's at. It's just that's the difference in this community. It's builder centric. Like, and it is from the top down
Greg just
and from the down to the top.
I
Greg
try
just
to make it
coming and
that
hanging
way.
out in this space.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to do like a couple like Twitter Spaces a week, and then I kind of like got really bogged down with life stuff. But I honestly, what for me, what's important is that I talk to the people in the community and learn what their problems are, so I can try to make them better and try to fix those things. Like right now, I'm really pushing on a push for improving the docs, the developer documentation, because that I think is something that has sort of needed some help for a while. So look forward to some new changes there.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh,
amazing. Got it.
There's,
Got it. The docs are critical. It's like
dude, that's
seriously though.
I think that's one of the things that like I haven't onboarded a lot of like high level technical people, but anybody that I have gotten to come over and explore Aptos and the Aptos move is they they do always hammer back on like how much documentation and how open the documentation is on Aptos, like in terms of the gift books and just the accessibility to stuff. And
There's some
again,
great people here.
over my head, like stuff that I don't look at a whole lot, but yeah, that is something that has been constant that I have gotten.
Yeah, I mean, there's great people here. I mean, like I think Akania made some also how to learn move, but that guy Alex I think he's even smarter than me, so I think that's hard for me to understand. But there's I'm just glad that lots of open source, open docs, and everything, where it's just a community where you can be very helpful to other people, and it's been nice. Also, I'm waiting for Atreyu here to build something. He told me he was going to build something.
Greg, Greg. I mean, jeez, man, we're getting there.
I'm just kidding. Take your
It's
time, man.
it's funny because when we were talking about getting ready for this space, there was like a big open space with a question mark and at the end. I don't know how much you want to talk about what you got going on, but there's space.
Sheesh. All right. Yeah, yeah, we're building. I'm already building, to be honest. We'll just keep it at that for now. But dang, Greg, I sent you some stuff. You know what's going down. Maybe I don't even know. There's a lot going on. I'll just leave it at that, guys. We're building. I'm building. We don't have to get into the details. I can't wait to talk more about it.
No, I just hope you feel the vibes and the love that like you're building something and like it's it's the community, it's the me's and the us's in this space of the world, but it's also the Gregs of the world. Like that's bullish as fuck to me. Like that is Aptos. Like that is you haven't even come out and said anything, but like people just know that you're building something and we're just hyped and want to support you. Like that's the vibe.
It's a great place to be. I am not gonna lie. You guys always you guys get me hyped up, and I'm like, dang. I was telling you, what was it like the other day, Sneezy, where I'm like, it's kind of tough to not be like chatting a little bit because you guys are hyping me up, like hyping everybody up in some sense. Where there's just a lot of love and support in this chain. Like to be honest, it's kind of different. We're built different.
Yeah, it's nice, being in a supportive, positive community. I'm glad it hasn't like turned super negative or anything, because that's one of the most annoying things with any large group is like eventually there's some bad people who make you like negative and sad. I mean, sometimes Zero, he's a bit of a pain in the ass, but he mostly satire, but it's just kind of how it goes. It's glad that it's mostly not that.
No, and like I it is what it is. It's satire, it's whatever. But like that's what he puts out into the universe, and like I think there's a lot of other projects that aren't satirical and don't put out that negative and sad vibe that are thriving.
There's only
And
one.
There's a
like
lot of good
it,
energy.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
only.
There's a
like
lot of good
I
energy.
think that's the thing is like it will come to Aptos, and like there will be like you said with any large group of people, like you're going to have conflicts, you're going to have people that butt heads, etc. But
I just want to
that
say
comes into
though, it's
where we're
only
so
one.
different.
It's only one, right? Like the internet's full of trolls and pain in the ass people sometimes, but there's only one, so it's pretty good. I'll take it.
Oh, I think,
That's a pretty damn good
but
ratio.
that's
Like
my point is I
incredibly
think
good.
the vibe's different. Like you can come with that vibe.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's received the same
There
way here. Like,
there is a lot of positive energy, a lot of good stuff. And I mean, that is Aptos, generally speaking, as of, you know, today. And I foresee it being the case, right? Like we got Greg hanging out with us on the space. We had honestly the foundation shows up, they support, it's always good energy, it's always good vibes. Like you guys are incredibly friendly, and I think that kind of spreads a lot as far as like the way the rest of us interact with each other in some sense, right? Like, Mud, please jump in.
No, I gotta say, like, thanks for having because I gotta drop off. Um, but yeah, thanks for the
Mud,
discussions
look,
and
we appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you coming up and hanging out with
Yeah,
us.
give this
Seriously,
guy a follow if
always.
you don't have a follow on him. I just followed him, so awesome to see you.
thank you,
There we
Greg.
go.
Thank you,
That's
guys.
right. Let's go.
I gotta go out. Yeah. But I'll come often. Yeah. Just keep it coming, and I'll join and chat more about the game and all that. Okay.
yo, appreciate you,
Let's
Mud.
go,
You
Mud.
always got a spot up
Take
here.
it
All
easy,
right.
man.
Thank you, guys. All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Let's go. Let's go. Spreading the energy, spreading the
What a
vibes.
banger.
A lot of good stuff going on.
What a
Yeah,
banger.
wow. Sneezy, maybe we gotta record every
Yo,
space. Like, what the hell?
bro, what is even going on? Like,
This has been such a
I'm in
fun
disarray.
one.
Like, I'm beyond stoked on just the vibes tonight. Let's go. What's up, Abe?
Hello, good sirs. I just wanted to pop up and add some more positive vibes to the space. Fantastic job. I love it. Glad you decided to record at least one show a week. I think it's definitely a positive thing to keep getting the word out there. Maybe some people who don't know who or what Aptos is will be able to maybe stumble across the space kind of like, well, I did. Well, I didn't really stumble. You kind of pointed me in the direction, and I kind of did some stumbling myself. But just the community, man. Aptos is a beautiful, amazing place where there's people from all over the world, different places, different faces, and it's just beautiful that we can all connect to try to build something that we believe is bigger than us, right? Something that is more important than any of us. Something for the future of not only us, but like our kids, our kids. Like blockchain technology is the future. I'm fortunate enough to be here with a bunch of great people to help guide me along that way. I was lost when I got here. Technology is definitely not my strong suit, but knowing a lot of the people and being everyone pretty much open. If you ask a question, there's always somebody there to point you in the right direction. There's always somebody there to help you. So I love Aptos for that. I'm thankful that you pointed me in this direction. It took me a second to check things out, but I've been here for over a year now, or about a year, close to, and it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. We'll keep spreading the positive words, and just love you guys, and thank you very much.
Yo, those are good vibes, man.
That's what's up, man. I love you, Abe. Thanks for always bringing the good vibes.
You the man, Ape.
Yo, what up,
No,
Angel?
you guys.
We got
Oh,
some
speaking
OGs in the
of,
house. We haven't done a roll call yet. Shout out to Vivid. He's been here most of the night. Tochi down there with the school verse. Also, I don't know if you saw the tweet, but I retweeted it, quote retweeted it immediately that he is thinking about doing a collection, and I am bullish on that. Got Hero Labs in the house. They got their mint going on Wapple. They got their build with the monkeys for their character on Tuesday at 9:30 UTC. In the shade in the house. Shout out to the Mavs rocking the fucking banger 101. Pikachu Industries. What's up?
I minted I think at least one Hero Lab. Those are nice. Honestly, I love grabbing one of every NFT that comes through and make sure that I support you all, and also honestly, it's just kind of nice to collect them. I have way too many NFTs, by the way, if you look at my account, so that's a different problem.
Dude, I bet you I might be one of the few people that has more NFTs than you on this chain.
How many NFTs do you got?
Over 800.
Okay, yeah, that's more than me. I mean, so I had like I want to say 300 or 500 of them, and I went to go to the monkeys sanctuaries, like or monkey something, and it just was like crashing because I had too much stuff in my account. And maybe it was the Aptos Art Museum. Went to Aptos Art Museum and I wanted to go and list one just to see it in the physical museum, and then it doesn't load because there's too many NFTs. Like the calls just time out. It's hilarious.
That's too
It's not
funny.
built. The world's not built for whales, man. Apparently.
Oh my goodness. I don't even. Okay.
Sounds like you're identifying a problem that you need to solve for yourself, Greg, and probably you and like
Well, I
just
think.
Sneezy.
Well, no, I think the API exists though. Like, I think if they're,
Yeah.
well, because Mercado loads my stuff instantly. Do you know what I
It,
mean?
what it
Like
is
Index
so
or
yeah, people don't. So a simple example is right. You go to like Amazon or something, right, and at the bottom it has like next page. This is 1 out of 10, etc. Someone's not doing that for the NFTs. Instead of what they're doing is they're trying to load all your NFTs at once. So if you have 800 of them, it's just gonna crash.
Oh gosh, there's no pagination going on here. What the heck?
Yeah, pretty common. I mean, it's pretty common. I mean, right? Most people who build things and test things, they got like, maybe 3, 4, maybe 10 NFTs, and then you get the whales come in,
well,
mess
You
everything
guys
up.
are edge
like
cases.
that was so the Troopers, the project that a person and I came from on Chronos. They have a community staking contract that supported at its peak, I want to say like 13 NFT projects in the ecosystem on their staking platform. And when they tested it, they thought they stress tested it very well, but they didn't take into account that like there's whales. And like they're like, well, no, like you can do 100 NFTs, no problem. And the guy's like, yeah, okay, but I got like 700 NFTs that I'm trying to stake, and it's like, oh, well, that's going to cause some problems for the contract. Fuck, shit. They've launched V2 since then, and it's all worked out, and it works slick as chicken lips now. But yeah, man, like
It's
that's
actually
there.
funny.
We
That's why we had. That's why we had the token V2 digital assets was actually partially. That's kind of like the same thing. I mean, every time you lock up your token in lockup staking, it would do too much. So, like if you go and stake your 100 monkeys, it's going to be a lot more costly than if you had 100 sanctuaries and uh, lock them up because it doesn't do as much like changes.
I got you.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What?
That's so token V2 is a lot cheaper. Um, the simply let's see. I forget if I actually made a comparison tutorial on this, but
I was
basically,
about to say this sounds like a Twitter thread in the making right now.
I think did I put out one for storage? I think I was writing one for storage. It's either that or I did it last week. But basically, with objects, it's significantly less space than if you don't use objects. So Basically, when you have an NFT, let's say you have 50 properties on it, and it's token V1, you copy all the properties around from one place to the other because there's no concept of ownership. It's actually in your account, so you have to move all of the data. But in token V2, there's just a field that says owner, and you change that field. So it's a single address, and you just change that, and you're done. That's it.
Oh wow, that's
And that's where
sounds
it gets
amazing.
into like the composability and stuff. Why V2 is so much better, right?
Yeah, that's why it's so much. It's so easy to do that because you just
Because
have
like
this
if I
owner
have
field.
like yeah, because like say I have an NFT and I add 7 composability layers to it, like 7 NFTs to it. Now instead of having to move 8 items, it's just moving the one.
Yeah, yeah. You can have your character with your shield, with the shield on top that has a gem in it, that has another gem inside of that, or whatever you want. You just have to build the application to keep track of that, but it works out pretty well that way.
I found your tweet, Greg. I'm pinning it right now. Bam.
Which one was this? This was the one of my tutorials.
Yeah, I think so. This is around objects on Aptos
There we go.
with sticky notes. If you,
Was this the one that
I think
highlights
this
his
is what we're
art?
talking about.
Oh no, that was the composability one.
Oh yeah, this one. It wasn't NFTs, but instead I talk about if the sticky note is just a blob of data versus an object.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I saw your art one too. Actually, shit, I should have been now. Dang it, you're right, Sneezy.
Yo, bullish on composability. Oh, we didn't even touch on
Facts.
creatures. Looks like
Yeah, that's
looks
actually
like
that's
they're
you're
dropping.
leading right into
They're
it.
going to be having a big composability NFT.
Yeah, I'm super
What it looks
excited.
like they're saying to check out. They're saying check out testnet. Greg, I mean, you got alpha to share in this space here?
No, I already did it on testnet. I like tested it out on testnet. It works as far as I can tell. I didn't look at the details, but it does seem to do the whole thing. Honestly, it's kind of funny because I think that the like animation that happens is too slow. I think it should probably be able to be faster. Um, but I don't know what he's doing on the back end for that.
Gotcha. It's AWS. Come on, man.
I used to work there.
I'm just kidding. No, did you?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh boy,
but
leaps and bounds away from Bezos lands. I'm sure. Congrats.
yeah, I'm glad I'm not there anymore.
Here we are talking positive vibes, energy, and blockchain. I mean, it's gotta be a pretty good feeling. I'm sure those weren't the it wasn't the case in that days.
So Sneezy, when's your collection?
Ah, dude, I stop. Okay, people need to stop asking me that because I always said that the only way I would ever drop a collection is if multiple, like, if people kept asking me, like, when am I dropping a collection? Like, if there was actually a demand for it. So y'all got to stop pumping my ego, or else I might do something ignorant, like drop a collection. But yeah, no, man, it's honestly like it's not my ambition right now. Right now, I'm very much like I want to grow the ecosystem and grow projects and help as many people as I can in the ecosystem. Maybe down the road, I'm not never going to say never, but like right now, definitely not my vibe.
I made
I'd rather do
a test one actually. I made a couple test ones. I don't know if you ever saw them,
test
but I'm
projects.
Was this one of your threads?
no, I it wasn't even the one of the threads. I that like weird like face with a sailor hat. I drew up myself, but
Yes.
that one was
Okay.
that I did not make a real collection on mainnet. I think it was only on testnet. Um, but in mainnet, I actually did make some AI generated art that I stuck on because I was like, I'm tired of having. I was making a marketplace contract and wanted something to test that actually looked real. Um, so I made these. I made dinosaurs on bicycles and cars and boats, and I called it Jurassic Joyride.
Yes.
Oh my
Look it up.
goodness.
You could look it up in the like Mercado or whatever. I think it'll show up. I think I accidentally sold one.
You sold one of your own? I'm trying to find your testnet collection right now, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm trying to find Jurassic Joyride. Let's,
Dang it. Mercado, why are you doing this to me?
Did you find it?
I did. These are awesome. I need the dude on the boat. There's a horny bastard on a boat. It looks awesome. Dude,
My
the
favorite
first
thing.
image that comes up is the T-Rex on the bike and his arms are too short to hit the handle.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, that's
My fa-
priceless.
my favorite was like I actually rejected a whole bunch that didn't like look correct, and one of them was it was a boat, and the dinosaur's head was actually the front of the boat, like a jet ski where the
Oh
dinosaur
God.
was the jet ski. Uh,
You know, AI is funny.
Which program did you use, Greg, for your AI stuff?
I used I think the Bing one because it was free. I
I
had
see.
the one on Discord. I forget what it's called, but I
Oh,
actually
Midjourney?
yeah, I had Midjourney.
Mid Journey, that's it.
It makes actually really good stuff, but I then was too cheap to pay for it, so I just was like, Microsoft's free, and actually I like the way that these ones turned out better than what I was. I think Midjourney you have to do a lot more practice in what you want. And this I just said, give me realistic dinosaur on bicycle.
Yo, I will say,
Your prompt engineering is top tier.
so I don't do a whole lot of AI generated art, but I hold a couple of the move bots by ShiftDAO, and I'm pretty sure he uses Midsummer as his base, but he's done a bunch of stuff tweaking his AI bots and stuff. But I've used whatever he has in his Discord. If you hold a move bot, you have access to it for free. So if you wanted to play around with it, worth checking out. James has
Does
been
he still
killing it.
have that? Does he still have that? Because I used to use it.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Movebots is killing it. He's got Quibbles dropping this month with Mercado Mania.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
So Quibbles, what's the name of the token? Because the Quibbles mint is going to be going the Quarks. All the
Of
funds,
course,
all the
yeah, there
mint
you go.
funds from the Quibbles mint is going to be going to funding the LP first Quarks token.
Man, he's really a Trekkie, huh?
Oh, dude, big time. I love that dude. He was so like when I got into Aptos in December, it was mostly through lemurs. Like I had won a Twitter giveaway for a lemur lounge NFT when they were minting, and then Aptos was low. I just like geeked in and started minting a ton of lemurs. But James at the time was working with, oh, it was an OG like ape derivative project that
Aptos
essentially is
apes.
like, no, it wasn't Aptos apes. Oh, hold on, I gotta check my wallet. It's gonna bug me. I still hold a bunch of them. But
There's
he was
so
helping
many
the dude.
apes.
Yeah, yeah. Now there's one of the Aptos apes that community took over. I got a bunch of them. I like those guys. My items. But anyways, long story short, I met James through this project, and the dude essentially had rugged, and James was helping him, but the guy like sold him that they were going to rebuild it, and he rugged them again. And I've just been friends with him since then. So watching him make his whole journey with MoveBots and dropping that, and then yeah, the quibbles. That's he's been working on that art and like making that stuff perfect for so long. I'm very happy for him.
I really appreciate the way he's been sharing along his journey. Like, it seems like he's getting feedback and like making tweaks and stuff like that. It's been really cool to be watching him
Yo,
uh, build and
I
share.
love people who take advantage of resources available to them, and like the way he's leaned into the Telegram chats and any Twitter chats I'm in with him. Like the dude, yeah, talk about wanting to grow and wanting to connect and wanting to help people. Like he's here for the right reasons. I like him a lot.
Awesome. Guys, I gotta run now. I gotta go drive home, but it's great chatting to you guys. And yeah, MoveBots guy, I forget what his name is now. James.
James.
Yeah, dude's great. I mean, I joined in also when I saw you guys having the whole MoveBots. I think I bought a whole bunch of them way back when, just because he's definitely, I think, the most active individual builder that's like running an NFT project by himself. So it's been pretty cool.
Yeah. And shout out to him again, like just leaning into his community. Like I know Wen's helped him a lot. Like, yeah, man. Just I love that grassroots vibe.
Greg,
And Greg, go ahead, Atreyu. Thank you.
you know what I was about to say. Yeah, thank you, man. This has been great. Appreciate you stopping by and saying hi on the first ever recorded space. Like, and just vibing out and chatting actually too. It's been great.
Oh,
Thank
I didn't realize you guys didn't record these before.
you. Yeah.
No, man, we've been doing them Mondays and Wednesdays for about a month and a bit now. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, this
I've
is the
seen
first
them
one
because
we've
I was like, oh
recorded.
shit! Like if if I say something wrong, like someone will come after me because it's recorded.
No, this is the first time we've recorded them. And actually, shout out to
You
Angel.
had all those opportunities, Greg, to just come in and just say whatever you wanted today. The first one,
I
yeah, yeah. Continue, Caesar.
was
Sorry.
gonna say, come back Wednesday. We don't record those. That's just a big community free for all. At least that's what it's gonna be from now on. But shout out to Angel for like we had talked about it and been on the fence and hummed and hawed. But like shout out to Angel for giving us the push to record this and hopefully try and do something that brings a little bit of value outside of the 2 hours we're here.
Appreciate you, Angel. We see you down there. Thanks, man. Yeah, it was such a vibe.
Oh, and Greg,
So
cannot thank
I
you
don't
enough,
I
man.
don't even. Yeah, seriously. What a space. It's been such a great one, honestly. So great way to exit, Greg. I mean, first one joining, first one recorded. Thanks again for stopping by. Like, jeez,
Thanks,
crazy.
guys. Bye.
See ya. Sheesh.
Woo,
Well, Sneezy.
bro, what the heck?
Bro,
I'm shook.
what?
Dude, I've had a fucking shit-eating grin on my face for the last hour now. Oh,
Like,
let's
dude, what
go.
the heck? Well, I mean, just to wrap it up, I don't even know. We got like 9 minutes left, but I mean, if we're gonna keep going, we absolutely can. If not, we got 9 minutes. I mean, we got tomorrow. I just pinned there's another Aptos tournament going on for anyone that didn't get to join today. So Sneezy.
Oh, I'm good, man.
It, it's in. They got looks like a monkey, a mingo, a robo, a spook that are going to be all part of the prizes. And if I remember correctly, I think they're going to do multiple winners tomorrow. So like every tournament, the first two that they've held up to this point have been
Winner takes
winner
all.
take all. Yeah, and I think tomorrow's going to be the first one where they do multiple winners. So if you guys haven't already, click the link. You don't need the Aptos wallet. Go to what is it? AptosTournament.com and just go and get your identity connect all set up. The games start at 9 a.m. PT tomorrow. and registration opens up at 6 a.m. PT. So there's a 3 hour window, including now, to get your Identity Connect started. So it'll be seamless and smooth. It is pretty darn
Yo,
easy.
that's
But man,
if I
hype.
can give any alpha, that's the alpha. Go set up the Identity Connect now ahead of time. Don't be messing around with that when you should be signing up for the event.
I'm ready to see you in the games tomorrow, Sneezy. In the arena.
Oh, I'm gonna be there. I'll be in the tournament.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I got knocked out the second round today, or the third round. I made it past the first trivia, which, not gonna lie, the first trivia today knocked out like 60% of the pool. And you want to guess what the first question was? You saw it, right, Sneezy, or no?
I think I missed the first. I got in.
It,
I think they were already on the
it
second
was
event.
literally the question. The question was, what is not a fruit?
Oh God.
And it knocked out 60% of the people.
Oh,
What? I don't even remember. It was like, dude, it was a carrot was the answer, but like I was so surprised when like 60% of the people got knocked out. I'm like, damn. Like, okay, let's go. And I made it
have you,
past Death Box, but then I lost an
have you
RPS.
not seen the
Like, what the heck?
videos of people where they ask like what vegetable is a French fry made of? Like
No, wait,
people are
what?
clueless. Oh God.
What,
Yeah,
dude?
like I think it was. This is going back. Like I think it was Leno when he used to do his like walking around the streets asking random people questions. Was asking people what vegetable is the French fry made of, and people were giving fucking unruly answers. Like
No. Nope. I didn't know about this, and now it's something I'll never not know.
there's people out there that don't know that. There's people out there that don't know that carrots make French fries.
Shit. I mean, that was just, I was like, dang, we just went from 4,000 people to like, I think it was like, I don't even, I think, was it less than 1,000? I was just so blown away. It's, wow, 3,000 people just lost to
Well,
that.
I wonder if that's
That's,
also it takes out the people that didn't put in an answer.
yeah, let's go with that. I think that's a good
I
way
hope that
to
that's the
frame this to make
case.
it sound
I
a lot
hope that
better.
that's the case. I
'Cause
hope people know that
yeah.
carrots aren't
No,
fruits.
but like you said, right? Like, who knows? Yeah, I mean, but yeah, you're probably right too. Like, if you don't engage on a trivia question, you just don't select anything, you actually get knocked out, which is, yeah, it's probably all of them actually. Like all the game modes, if you don't select something, you just get knocked out in the time frame.
I would think that would make sense.
I hope so. Otherwise, people are just be like, not answer, just get to the finals.
Oh my goodness, could you imagine?
Bro, I was sweating. I'm not gonna lie. Like you're sitting here like competing for a
I
thousand
was just
bucks.
gonna say
Even
it's not like
tomorrow
it's a
when
little amount of a prize either. Like 1,000 USD is nothing to shake your nose at. Like
you're just like, even the first one when Fisher was holding with the Mingo,
yo,
I'm like, dude,
that's
that's like
600 bucks.
that's yeah,
Yo,
easy,
bro,
right? And
dude,
then
tomorrow.
tomorrow
I
they
was
get
just gonna say tomorrow's like fucking
literally four
G
four
there's
amazing
a G
projects.
on the left side and then another like what 500 bucks on the right, 400 bucks on the
Five,
right.
600 easy. Yeah, crazy. I mean, it's definitely, yeah, it's they're coming in hot. Like, serious. This is serious competition. I'm like, dude, if they don't if this doesn't blow up, like I just don't we just got to get more exposure, because it's literally, you don't need to do anything other than just click a link. Like, there is no
The
necessity to
barrier to
interact with
entry
chain.
is very very minimal.
It's free. You don't need a wallet. You don't need to know anything about blockchain.
Yo,
Like,
Vivid, this is for
and there's a
you.
thousand bucks
This
on
is
the
for you,
line.
Vivid. You don't need nothing. You just gotta show
We'll
up. Sign up and show up.
we will we will see you in the competitions tomorrow. I hope they double the amount of people. Like, it would be sweet if we see some exponential growth here.
Yo, that's
It's
a
like they started with 800, now it's 4,000. Next one's going to be like 8,000. We just see this nice like,
holy
people are like, okay, wow,
shit.
people are.
That's not a flamingo either. Jesus Christ. It's got the mask and everything.
Dude, dude,
That is not a
they
flamingo.
are not messing around. I love it. I don't know. I'm I hope this just keeps going. I think they're doing it the entire week, so this is just day two.
Yeah, what they say they're doing it all 5 days this week, Monday to Friday.
I think so. I think so, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yo,
They
I'm
said
hyped.
that on the initial. Yeah, right, dude. I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm very hyped.
Heck yeah. Oh man.
Yo,
What a space. Is that I mean, is there anything else you want to chat about or talk about as we get to the end here? I mean, man.
just keep your head on a swivel. Just pay, pay attention because there's so much going on right now. Like so many opportunities like the tournament where you just got to take part in them. Like just pay attention, be tapped in.
Get your Galaxy rewards, dude. What the heck?
Yeah, we'll talk about that on
Just
Wednesday. We'll talk about Galaxy on
okay.
Wednesday in a non-recorded space.
Okay. Deal. For those that want to hear about Sneezy's hot take, join us on Wednesday.
Oh God, it's not a cold take. I,
I love the fact that we're just like talking to the future, that someone might listen to this. That's
oh my goodness,
like,
that's wild. Yo,
if
some
greater
people
than one
listen
person
back to
listens to
this
this,
because
they
this
get
was
some
a
vibe.
fucking banger.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yo,
What a first space. Holy
this
shit.
is exactly why we said we should record these just in case something cool happens. Boom, something cool happened.
Something cool happened. Something definitely cool happened. What a thought.
Yo, I
This
think
space
maybe
has
we
so many
wrap her
quickly.
up. I think maybe we wrap her up. Keep
Yeah,
it to
man.
2 hours.
You
That was
you already shared the
that was
alpha for the night.
gifted. This. I feel very blessed for tonight's space. It was really cool to get to talk to Greg. Cool to talk to Mud.
Grateful for all
Cool to talk to
everyone
Ape.
hanging out with us too.
Yeah, man. If you guys are listening back, appreciate you for listening to us talk about stuff and things and check it out. We'll keep doing these on Mondays and if you are around, come hang out with us Wednesdays. That's not going to be recorded. And yeah, just thanks to
Yeah,
everybody.
drop a drop a like or a comment or respond somewhere giving Sneezy or I like some type of like,
Give us
hey, we
validation.
listen to
Give
this
us
and
validation.
just let us know that you heard it, you know? Even if it's like you guys suck, you know? Just let us know that we were out there, you know? That'd be great. We would be all about it. Any feedback is super welcome too. Like seriously, we're we're building with all of you, so please share out there in the world. Sneezy, please
Yo,
take it away
this
from
is
me.
dope. I appreciate all you guys. We will see you back here next Monday for the next recorded edition of Aptos After Dark. Appreciate you all. It's been a fucking slice. Peace.
Peace.